Hi guys, it's Yolanda and welcome back to my channel. I did do another video, but it was mostly off camera. So anyway, I just thought I'm doing this journal on my private page with the ladies there, and I thought, you know what, let me come on camera and do it with you guys too. So this is a tall, slim, it's a tall, slim journal, but I have cut it down a bit. But I do, if you've never made a tall, slim journal, which is basically taking your A4 paper and folding it lengthways, then I do encourage you to do that. I have already made a few, and I've got one left for sale because they've sold very well. And so now I thought I would do it with you. I have already put it together, so I'm going to explain what I've done. You know, I usually like to make my covers last because while I'm working in the journal, I don't want them to get damaged. So let me just show you. Let's go back to basics, shall we? Okay, cover. You're going to need one of those big envelopes, and I have cut my journal, the longest page, down to 9 inches. Okay, so this is what you do. You take your A4 and fold it over. Hang on, let's do that like so. You know, I like to stitch some of my pages back to back. This is my kit, by the way, Swans and Roses, available in my Etsy shop. I will leave the link below. Yeah, so I've stitched some of them together, not all of them, and then of course I have shorter, different lengths of pages that I've added in here. So this is the envelope cover. So I've cut it down to 9 inches, and then I've opened the sides. I've just torn them. I'm not distressing this one. I will probably distress bits and pieces of ephemera that I'm going to put inside. Then I've just glued one of my papers on the inside of the envelope, and of course that is going to need work. And this is the other side of the envelope. Let me carry on with the cover for now. Now what I did is I took a doily. It was quite a big one. This is the bits and pieces, and I cut it, or I tore it. Again, I didn't want it, you know, I don't want it too perfect, if you know what I mean. And so I've torn it down. I will keep these cloths and probably dye them or put lace on them or make a snippet roll. There's another idea. From these, and use them in here. So you know me, I love my lace and I love my shabby chic. So this is the doily, and this I am going to eventually excuse me, glue onto here. And I've added a backing piece of fabric. It's just a random piece, just to make so that when I glue it down with my glue gun, the glue won't show. Let me just bring the camera a little bit closer for you guys. Yeah, there we go. And then I've just layered laces onto it. I've put the lace on the edge and I've sewn it, okay? And I've sewn all this on, and I just took a square patch, sewed it on there, and I've layered a few layers here of different laces for the cover. So when eventually it's finished, it's going to look fabulous. I still want to add it. Did I say that already? I'll go through my pages now in a moment, okay, and I'll show you. So this more or less is what my cover is going to be like. This is a vintage postcard from Portugal. It's just too gorgeous. I have trimmed it down. I did distress the edges lightly, and of course I stitched it. I did want to stitch it down. You can, depending on how you're going to do your cover, if you're going to make one like this. You can also just stitch this straight on. I'm going to angle it either that way or that way. And so it's going to look something like this at the end. And I didn't stitch it down because I want to add this row here, which I will glue. I can't stitch this down. I'm scared of damaging my machine. Maybe I can, but I'm not the greatest sewer. Okay, so once that is down, which I will do at the end of my journal, I will then glue this on top, and I'm thinking of adding, this is my last piece of lace like this. It's just too gorgeous. something like that, and maybe a prima flower or two. I will add sort of here, something like that, and maybe a ruffle at the top. And as you can see, I've let the edges hang there, you know, because I don't want it too perfect. So that is eventually what the cover will look like. And of course the back will also look very pretty. I'll probably put some more lace on here. Maybe I'll cut a piece of, no, not this one, but I will put more lace on there, but I will show you that. So now the journal itself, let's just take that away. You know, I usually do my covers at the end. It's just the way I do it. Some people do it first, but I have done the makings of it, but I will only finish it when the journal is finished, and then I will glue it onto here so I don't mess it up. I mean, I would hate to mess this up or scratch it. Isn't she just too beautiful? This was written on the 7th of July 1971. I was 10 years old. Yeah. Okay, so as I said, I've used my paper. This is the other bit of the envelope. I have glued the flap down. I will probably stitch here. I'm still putting this together, you know, and I will stitch on the sides to make pockets and of course decorate that. So let's just say it's going to go here for the moment. Also now what I'm doing, guys, I have made master boards using project board as a backing, not the normal copy paper because it's too thin, and when you start gluing stuff, it doesn't look nice. And then I've just cut up the papers from this collection and added them on here, as you can see. And then what I've done, and obviously stitched, I've added washi tape. I might add more stuff as we begin to decorate this. Yeah, okay. And this is just I think I'm going to stitch this as well, just bits and pieces, you know, from my stash. Fairies, I love fairies or the thought of them, the idea of them. So this is my kit, and this one I have stitched back to back. Now when I stitch, I do put a light layer of glue, and then I will put them together and stitch so they don't move around. Because if you don't do that, let me show you what happens. Is this it? Yeah. I don't know if you can see that. I didn't stick it down, and the paper moved and it came out like this. And this I did ages ago, by the way. Sometimes I do leave a pocket on the side of these, but otherwise glue it. Okay. Just random papers. This is not in this kit, by the way. It just happens to be in my stash. I don't think this is in that kit either, but anyway, this is part of the kit. This I've cut down to 8 inches, I think it is. And then I added a great big doily. I didn't want to cut up. You know, this is beautiful linen. So I just thought, no, it looks nice. Let it hang over the edges. Okay. I have also added some magazine pages, and I've torn the sides. And I have to trim it down because this is not quite that long one, you know. But yeah, so you can add magazine pages, and they're still great to write on. So here's some more pages. I just want to show you quickly another magazine page. Look at that, it's gorgeous. More of that paper, and I've backed it with another one. This is part of the kit. Just see, this is a long 9-inch one. And this is a paper that I have taken. In fact, I've got two. This one was drying from my sticker book. Which way is it? This way. I must do a flip through. I need to do some more work on this. Anyway, I tore some pages out of this because, you know, to make room for the sticker. And, you know, I can't resist putting my ruffles on. It's just me. And I will use this, or maybe I will sell it. So there are places to journal in here and on the tag. That's why I had to remove some pages in order to do this. Isn't this cute? Like this one. You see, there's a journal page in there, journal cards, etc. Anyway, this is not the flip through of that. I just wanted to show you where these papers came from, and of course they were torn in here. So I used glue and I stuck down some washi tape on this one, which just looks, I think, fabulous. Then, because I just want, you know, you like to use different papers on here. And then on this one, to strengthen the torn spine, I don't know if you can see the torn pieces, I just added a lace on here, stitched it on, and then I did, again, washi tape, but I do like to use this glue when I put my washi tape down, because you know this is going to be stitched eventually. And I want the lace on the outside. Yeah, there we go. And it just looks pretty. You don't have to use lace, you can use any fabric. I like doing that to my spines too, by the way. So this will go maybe over here. See? Yeah, there we go. So I might add some coffee dyed papers. I do definitely want to add, I think, a few more to that. So I will be doing a few videos on the making of this. Don't you like my rose? I love my rose. And again, back to back, my center page. I didn't stitch very well there, but it's okay. And that's the other side of it. And there we have it. So we will have a pocket, a nice pocket. I love, by the way, making my journals with envelopes as the covers, and then you can either decorate with paper, you don't have to do it with fabric obviously, but you know I love using fabric in my journals. So I just wanted to catch you up on that, and hopefully maybe you'll make it with me. Let me know if you're going to make this with me. And you see how this sticks out. It's really, I mean, it's all higgledy-piggledy at the moment, but this will stick out. I am still going to put lace on the pages. I know probably some of you might not like lace, but most of you do, I think. And I will do more. I will do it off camera. I'm just trying to think, guys, because I don't want to make the videos too long, you know, we're all busy. So yeah, and then we will come and decorate them lightly. It's not going to be a heavily decorated journal, but it will be beautiful. So I'll see you again in the next video for this, and let me know in the comments below if you're going to join me in the making of it. And as I said, I will link my kit below. It's called Swans and Roses, because I love swans. What can I say? Okay guys, enough now. Ciao now. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.